finds. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Archaeologists are improving our understanding of the ancient world at a pace that feels more rapid than ever. Technological advances are accelerating our discovery of prehistoric civilizations, extinct species, and other mysteries of bygone eras. Last year alone saw the discovery of the world's oldest known shipwreck, dating to the time of ancient Greece, and what may be the world's oldest known figurative art, the 40,000-year-old cave paintings identified via a new method of flowstone dating. And just this past week, archaeologists announced that the lovers of Modena, two skeletons romantically preserved arm in arm, are actually both men. We're even learning new things about good old King Tut, like the fact that the boy king's dagger was likely made from a meteorite. And although we may not have yet topped historic discoveries, like Tut's tomb, famously uncovered by Howard Carter in 1922, or Heinrich Schliemann's excavation of the mythical city of Troy in 1870, there have still been many mind-blowing archaeological finds in the past decade. Number 10. The Lost City of Tenea. Last fall, Eleni Korka, one of Greece's leading archaeologists, finally discovered the site of Tenea, a city founded by the Trojans following the Trojan War and built by prisoners of war. The discovery, in the Peloponnese region of southern Greece, marked the end of Korka's decades-long search in the area, begun back in 1984. Over the past year, about 200 coins have been found on the site, an extraordinary number. That demonstrates the wealth of Tenea, which was mentioned in ancient texts including the legend of Oedipus. Korka's team of archaeologists believes the city, once home to 10,000 people, was raided by the Visigoths and, some 200 years later, by the Slavs before being abruptly abandoned. As excavations continue, they expect to find additional homes, temples, and the city marketplace, or agora. It's like an iceberg. And we're just hitting the tip, Korka's colleague Konstantinos Lagos told the BBC. It's going to keep giving interesting findings for the next 100 years. Number 9. Spanish Stonehenge. Long submerged beneath the waters of the Valdecañas Reservoir, the Dolmen de Guadalperal, better known as the Spanish Stonehenge, was made newly visible this summer. As drought struck Spain's Extremadura region, the Dolmen de Guadalperal consists of about 100 monolithic stones, some reaching as tall as 6 feet, and as 7,000 years old. The site has been underwater since the government built the reservoir in 1963. Like Stonehenge, the megaliths formed a sun temple and burial ground, local resident Angel Castaño told The Local. They seem to have a religious but also economic purpose, being at one of the few points of the river where it was possible to cross, so it was a sort of trading hub. Number 8. 1,000 new ancient Maya sites. One of the most shocking revelations of the decade came in 2018, when archaeologists in Guatemala announced that thousands of unknown Maya structures hidden in the jungle had been revealed thanks to a new technology, planes from the National Center for Airborne Laser Mapping equipped with high-tech light detection and ranging lidar mapping tools. In an instant, the lidar takes topographical readings, creating three-dimensional maps of the Earth's surface that would take years to plot on foot. Maya archaeologists have always had difficulty navigating the dense tropical undergrowth, which obscures the ancient ruins and makes it impossible to see most Maya structures beyond a few feet away when on the ground. That's especially true when it comes to the networks of low roadways, causeways, and irrigation systems that were discovered en masse thanks to the lidar. Lidar is showing us things that we never would have been able to see with 100 years of research, and we have 100 years of research under our belts already, so it's not like that's hyperbole. Archaeologist Marcelo Canudo, who helped oversee the lidar initiative from Pacunum, told ArtNet News. Number 7. The Hidden Palace of Ramesses II. In March, an excavation team from New York University announced that a previously unknown palace has been discovered next to the Temple of Ramesses II in the ancient Egyptian city of Abydos. Archaeologists thought they had found the full temple 160 years ago, until the stone walkway leading to the adjoining building, a secret royal palace marked with the cartouche of Ramesses II, was uncovered. Previously, the prevailing theory was that Abydos, home to a temple and burial ground, was mainly used for ceremonial purposes. The fact Ramses II required a palace at Abydos also reveals that he didn't just order a new temple at the site. but was spending enough time there to warrant such accommodation, NYU professor Joanne Fletcher told Newsweek. To have a building in which people lived their lives is always a fascinating thing to find. Number 6. Buried treasure in an ancient Greek tomb. A husband and wife team from the University of Cincinnati was digging near the ancient palace of Nestor, in the town of Pylos on the southwest coast of Greece, when they literally unearthed buried treasure, a cache of bronze weapons, gold and silver cups, and hundreds of precious and semi-precious beads of amethyst, carnelian, amber, and gold. It was surreal, one of the archaeologists on the dig, Flint Dibble, told Smithsonian Magazine. I felt like I was in the 19th century. Aside from its incredible wealth, the remarkable tomb offers new insights into the roots of European culture, and about links between the ancient Mycenaean society on mainland Greece and the Minoans on the island of Crete. The two cultures were likely intertwined, together giving birth to what we think of as Western civilization. Number 5. The oldest human jawbone outside of Africa. A human jawbone unearthed by a team from Tel Aviv University in Mizlia Cave on Israel's Mount Carmel in Israel offers new evidence that humans migrated beyond Africa some 50,000 years earlier or more than previous research had led experts to believe. The fossil was discovered in 2002 by a freshman on his first archaeological dig, but news of its significance was only announced in 2018. The archaeologists dated burnt flint flakes that were also found in the cave to 250,000 to 160,000 years old, far earlier than the other evidence of modern humans outside of Africa, which places their earliest migration at 120,000 years ago. The jawbone looked so modern that it took us 5 years to convince people, because they couldn't believe their eyes, said Mina Weinstein-Evron, an archaeologist on the project from the University of Haifa, told the New York Times. Number 4. Germany's 10-million-year-old teeth. This one is controversial. In 2016, archaeologists in Eppelsheim, Germany, discovered two 9.7-million-year-old teeth. They weren't exactly human, but they bore a close resemblance to the teeth of Lucy, the famous fossil of Australopithecus afarensis, an early ancestor of Homo sapiens. These teeth were 4 million years older than Lucy, the oldest species of hominins, the subfamily including human, extinct humans, and their immediate ancestors. But National Geographic was quick to warn against sensationalizing the find by describing it as evidence that mankind originated in Europe, rather than Africa. Newsweek proclaimed the fossils could rewrite human history. The teeth may belong to an extinct hominoid primate only distantly related to humans, or to an entirely different type of species, possibly even a ruminant animal. More research is definitely needed for this fascinating discovery. Number 3. Valley of the Kings discoveries. On October 11, 2019, archaeologists in Egypt announced a plethora of discoveries in the Valley of the Kings, where royalty were buried some 3,000 years ago. In the Western Valley, they found a workshop complex, where workers manufactured material for the tombs. There were workshops for coloring pottery, manufacturing furniture and cleaning gold, among many others. They also found a room dug into the valley that was used for mummification, complete with the remains of linen, rope and other materials left over from mummification. They also found a piece of wood with 2 prongs that may have been used like a forklift to move furniture. Archaeologists also found new examples of ostraka pottery with writing on it that reveal records left behind by the Valley of the Kings workers. They found an area used to bake bread and store food and water. They also found 2 female mummies near the tomb of the powerful female pharaoh Hatshepsut. To have so many finds made in 1 year is astonishing, and may pave the way for more discoveries in 2020. Number 2. Bronze Age, Megalopolis. A 5,000-year-old early Bronze Age, megalopolis, that was home to around 6,000 people, a large population at the time, was discovered at the site of En-Sur in Israel. Millions of pottery fragments, flint tools, basalt stone vessels, and a large temple filled with burnt animal bones and figurines were discovered in the city. One of the figurines depicts a human head with a seal impression on it, showing human hands lifted into the air. The temple had a huge stone basin that held liquids that were probably used for religious rituals. The city's residential and public areas, streets, alleyways, and temples appear to have been carefully planned out. This is a huge city, a megalopolis in relation to the early Bronze Age, where thousands of inhabitants, who made their living from agriculture, lived and traded with different regions. And even with different cultures and kingdoms in the area, Itai Alad Yitzhak Paz and Dina Shalom, the directors of the excavation, said in a statement announcing the discovery. They said that the city was the early Bronze Age New York of the region. Number 1. Cachette of the priests. Archaeologists discovered 30 perfectly preserved sealed wooden coffins, dating back 3,000 years in El Asasif, a necropolis near Luxor, Egypt, in 2019. They called the discovery the Cachette of the priests, since some of the mummies appear to be those of ancient Egyptian priests. A cachette is a place where things were hidden away. The vividly colored and complex patterns on the coffins are well preserved despite the passage of 3 millennia. The mummies within the coffins are also well preserved. When 2 of the coffins were opened at a news conference, the outer wrappings of the mummies looked untouched. Archaeologists found that 23 adult males, 5 adult females, and 2 children were buried in the 30 wooden coffins. Analysis of the mummies and translation of the hieroglyphs is ongoing, and more finds about this cache will likely emerge in the next year or 2. It's remarkable that so many sealed coffins, their mummies still intact, were preserved for such a long period of time. Grave robbing was a common occurrence in Egypt in both ancient and modern times. Let us know which discovery shocked you the most. If you click the subscribe button and the bell icons, you will be notified when fantastic video just like this one comes out. We have a lot more that you will enjoy. Thanks for watching.